Black Friday deals. You guys have been asking me for it. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much once again joining me for tea time today. We have a little bit of cat in the hat. No, we have a little bit of fireside. That smokiness. I hope you're joining me with your cup of tea, maybe a cup of coffee, hanging out, talking tech, talking photo, talking video. Today is a everything day. We're going to be talking about Black Friday deals. We're going to have some things that are in the tech side, home side, all kinds of different things. So you guys have been asking me to put together a Black Friday list of deals that I thought were really good and something that you guys take a look at. And that's what I did here. So we're going to get into those in just a second. But before I do, I just want to say that I hope you guys had a blessed Thanksgiving, hanging out with friends and family, eating, drinking. It was wonderful for us here, and I hope equally as wonderful for you. So if you enjoyed this content, even in the least, throw it a thumbs up. That's always helpful. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not. If you are, thank you. I appreciate that. Click this little notification button so when I go live and when a new video comes out, you will be notified of it immediately. We're going to be live, I believe, tonight for the JC Live Show, or Free Speech Friday, as we call it. Check it out. Also, if you just want to say thank you for all of my hard work, this little thank you button, you can click on that, give $1 or $2 if you like. If not, it's perfectly fine. The video's still free. Consider becoming a member of the channel. That would be even better. And if you haven't downloaded any of my ebooks, they're free. Check them out over at JCristina.com/books. Once again, JCristina.com/books. So let's jump right into this list. I got about 10, 15 or so of some really good deals that I found for you guys over there. And once again, it's a bunch of different things. We'll start out with some tech and then we'll get into some other things also. Now, a lot of people have been looking for TVs. That's usually what ends up happening during the holidays. And I found something that was really inexpensive, and it was a 55-inch. It's by TCL. I have one actually hanging on that wall over there. We've been using it for the last 3-4 years. This is a brand new model that just came out. I paid double for it. This thing is 27% off. And it comes in at like $239, which is insane for a 55-inch TV. That's a smart TV that has built-in everything, so you don't even need a Fire Stick or anything if you don't want. It does the Apple AirPlay, and you can stream to the TV. It has also Atomos, so if you have the Atomos system, like a bar, it just plugs right in. It's just simply a good TV. Once again, it's TCL. It's not like a Samsung or someone, but TCL is something I've been using for quite some time. It was originally a no-name brand, but now it's pretty much known. They're really solid for the money. All right, so that's why I've been buying them as of late. And originally I thought of it as maybe something that could be disposable. Something, it goes bad after 3-4 years. It's cheap enough, but it just doesn't go bad. It just keeps running. So anyways, I'll put links down below. I think that would be the best thing. Maybe I'll throw a link. Nah, I'm not even gonna do it. Right? So down below in the description, I will put links to all of these different products right to the deal page. Also, I will put in the pinned comment. So check either one out, pinned comment or the description for the links. Now, next couple items are graphics cards. A lot of you have asked me, Joe, how can I make my system just feel new again, so it just runs better? The very first thing that you should do is get an SSD drive if you're running on a mechanical drive. That's number one. But what I'm going to be talking about is the graphics cards, because they make a major difference. Doesn't matter if you're gaming or if you're doing video editing or anything that you're doing, your graphics card will just simply take over a lot of the load of your CPU and just make for a nicer, smoother experience. So the two cards that I think are really quite good are, number one, more of an affordable one, then the next one would be the one that I'm currently using. The more affordable one is an MSI. It is a GeForce RTX 3060. It has 12 gigabytes of RAM. I think 12 is the absolute minimum. If you see a card that is 8 gigabytes, just don't buy it because it's not future-proof, right? 12, I think, is the minimum. What's even better is 16, but 12 is good enough. And this thing comes in at $279, which is really stupid cheap for what it is. And I did a video testing this card out. You can go back into my playlist. And it is by far, for the money, the best bang for your buck. hands down. Once again, it's the MSI GeForce RTX 3060. Now, the video board that I'm currently using that is more expensive, but it gives you a little bit more power, is the Gigabyte. That's the company, Gigabyte. It's a GeForce RTX 4060 Ti. Now this one has 16 gigabytes of RAM and it is overclocked right from the factory. It works fantastically and it comes in at $479.99. There is a Asus version of this instead of using a Gigabyte version. And the Asus version, once again, it's the 4060 Ti overclocked 16 gig, the exact same thing, comes in at $449. So about $30 cheaper, but I had problems with it, but that could just simply be me. So you might want to test it out. Remember, you have a month on any of these things anyways, so you can always return them back to Amazon and be like, this isn't working, and that's it. That's what I ended up doing. I ended up keeping the Gigabyte version, and I'm still using that today. So anyways, that is the graphics cards. I really do think that if you're looking to upgrade your system, a graphics card should be number 2 on your list. Number 1 would be an SSD drive, a non-mechanical drive, okay? If you have an old computer that has a mechanical drive in there that's in there spinning, take that out, put an SSD in there, a solid state drive, and you're gonna be much, much happier. The boot load times are just literally night and day. All right. Now, the next thing that people ask me about are headphones, right? Either for your kid or for you. Headphones are one of those things that are very specific to each person. Some people like a lot of bass. Some people like a lot of clarity. It really depends on what you're looking for. I've always liked the Beats product and also Skull Candy. Right now, the Beats product have a really good deal. They're 54% off, the Beats, and they're the Beats Studio Pros. 54% off, which is really kind of sick. So for 159 bucks, let's call it 160 bucks, you're going to get an unbelievable set of headphones. They last up to like 40 hours on a single charge. You can charge them through USB-C, which is great. They're really good for that, let's call it lossless audio, right? So if you're looking to listen to audio that is high quality audio, not that's just stripped down, it sounds like hell anyways. You don't even know if you have a good set of headphones on or not. But if you use lossless music and you're a fan of it, because you want to hear everything in your music, this will do it for you. And it's compatible with Apple and Android and everything else. So once again, those are the Beats Studio Pros. They're 54% off. Not bad at all. Now, another thing that a lot of you have been asking me is you see some of the behind the scenes. You ask me, what am I currently using? Why is this monitor so big? And what the heck is it? Well, I currently use a 34-inch wide panel, widescreen monitor that is curved, okay? When I went from a 3-monitor setup and I took 2 of the monitors and condensed them into one, so I can actually have 2 screens side by side on the exact same monitor, it was just revolutionary for me. Because now I can work and drag stuff from one browser into another, and if I want to move it off to this computer screen, I can do that also. So this is a 34-inch. Now, the one that I'm using is a Dell. It's a little bit more expensive, but LG has a sale right now, 34% off. So instead of about, 350 bucks, you're going to get one of these widescreen 34-inch ultra wides for 229 bucks. So it's like 90, let's call it 100 bucks off. That is a major, major reduction. So to be able to get something like this, I mean, I ended up spending like $600-700 bucks on this, but for 229, it's pretty sick. Pretty sick. So if you're looking to kind of up your game, so to speak, and you want to go ultra wide, and instead of having 2 panels on your desk, you just want to consolidate into one, or if you just want to get a little bit more productivity of what you're doing and be able to have 2 sheets of paper, let's say side by side, 2 browsers side by side, be able to work from one to another, ultra wides are the way to go. They're very, very good for that. Now, the next thing I want to get into is off-grid. A lot of you guys come to the channel because you are off-gridders. You're people that are in RVs, or you do a lot of camping, you're hiking, you go to top of mountains, and you're like, hey, what do I do for internet, for example? And I've been talking to you guys a lot about Starlink. Starlink is awesome, but you still need to power the Starlink. So I've given you two options, two really, really good options right now. Number one is by EcoFlow, and number two by Jackery. Those are the big names out there, and they currently have big sales. One is 60% off, the other one is 50% off. Massive. So to start out with the EcoFlow, it is the portable power station Delta 2, and it's coming in at 60% off at $399 instead of $1,000. That is pretty crazy, pretty crazy. These things, of course, are solar panel compatible. You can recharge them with your solar panels. It depends on how many panels you have and how long it's going to take to recharge, but you can do that. And what I do like about this is it's just over 20 pounds. So that is something that you can take with you. You're going camping, RVing, or whatever. It's not like one of these massive units that you're rolling out, with a roller. I have a hard time with that. At that point, do you really need that much power? I mean, if you do, you do, right? But if you don't, that's just a lot of weight to take with you on a trip. So 20 pounds, 27, 20, 22, somewhere around there pounds is not bad. And you're getting 1,800 watts of power. AC. That is a lot of watts. It also provides 100 watts of USB-C power. So there's a lot of goodness when it comes to this EcoFlow. Now, Jackery is the same thing. The Jackery Explorer 1000 is the version 2 of it, 2024 model, let's call it. It is 50% off. So instead of $799, you can get it at $399. So literally the same price. One is Jackery, one is EcoFlow. Some people, they have a bias one way or another. I'm personally unbiased when it comes to EcoFlow and Jackery. I think they're both awesome. It's just wherever you get the best bang for your buck at that specific moment. So this one is 50% off. Once again, instead of $799, it is $399, the same price of the EcoFlow. This one is 1,500 watts AC, also 100 watts of USB-C output. Fast charging of 1 hour, which is kind of cool. It also will plug into your solar, so you can do that. This is, once again, perfect for emergencies, for camping, for RVing, off-grid type of stuff. There's a lot of good stuff that you can do with this. Now, what really sets this one apart is not only is it $399, remember, it is 1,500 watts compared to 1,800 watts. But with the Jackery, they are doing a additional $50 off. So there's like a coupon. You can click on the button, now you get $50 off. That will bring that down to $349. So once again, it really depends on what you're looking for, either Jackery or EcoFlow. Both are awesome systems, but check those out for sure. Now, the next thing, of course, is for, let's say, the home improvement guy. I've been doing a lot of bathroom work, and my tool of choice is DeWalt. I have a ton of DeWalt products, from impacts to drills to all kinds of cutters, everything that you can think of, I have in DeWalt, because I really like the brand and they're pretty solid. You're not going to see a DeWalt just die after a year. It just doesn't do it. You can drop it from a very high ladder, pick it up, and the thing will still work. That's good, right? So the problem with DeWalt is their batteries are so damn expensive. Right? Well, I saw this kit. So if you have a gal of yours or a guy that likes doing home improvement work and they need an impact or a regular drill, I saw this deal because I was looking for batteries for my DeWalt. And batteries are expensive. A couple of batteries is going to cost you $100. Okay, that's just it. Sometimes even more, 120. Well, this DeWalt 20 volt max setup, this kit, has an impact drill in it as well as a regular drill. But what's really cool here is it comes with two batteries. And instead of $239, it is 46% off at $129. So for $129, you're getting two batteries and two drills, whereas those two batteries are going to cost you every bit of $70, $80, $100 or so. So almost for free, you're getting an impact drill as well as a regular drill. That is amazing. to me. So what I've done in the past is I've bought these deals when Black Friday comes out. Now I get extra batteries, and then I can give away the drills if I need to, if I have duplicates, which I do. So it just allows me to get a couple of batteries at the same time and still have a drill that if someone needs, I can give it to them. So it works out really good because it ends up being a wash and you end up getting your batteries. Now, the other thing that is revolutionary for Fabiola and myself when it comes to the house, your car, as well as your sofa is this Bissell thing. It's called the little green. I call it the little green machine. This thing is unbelievable. It is like an upholstery cleaner. It does carpet. It does like car detailing and this type of thing. It's this big. Is literally this big, but it will take your sofa and take every bit of hair off it and every bit of schmutz and just all kinds of crap that your kids or your pets have put on it, and it will look brand new. It'll look like professionally cleaned, no joke. So this is a product that we recently purchased like within the last 6 months, but it's been revolutionary. Once again, in your car, you get like a little spill of something on your seat. You go over it with this thing and it's like perfectly clean. It really does a damn good job. Now they have a battery version of it. Not a fan. I just want to plug the damn thing into the wall and get full power all the time. Just, it ends up working out better. So the unit is 34% off. Instead of being $124, it is $81 right now. All right, so 34% off for this Bissell little green. And once again, I call it the little green machine, and it is the upholstery cleaner. Awesome. Absolutely, hands down awesome. Now, you guys know that I'm a professional photographer for 15, 20 years plus. I'm a videographer, I'm a DP, a director of photography, all that kind of stuff, right? So a lot of you guys over the years have come to this channel for photography information or video information, reviews on stuff. And there's a couple of things that popped up on my radar for this Black Friday. Number one is a Canon. I am a Canon guy, but I also shoot Sony. I shoot all kinds of cameras, but I have about 12, don't tell anybody, about 12 Canon bodies over there. I also have a Sony hanging here. So I have a bunch of different cameras, but the Canon EOS R100 is currently on sale. 42% off. It's coming in at $349, and it's coming with a lens, an RF lens, which is an 18 to 45 lens. It is a little bit slower. It's an f4.5 to f6.3. I'm not a fan of that meandering f-stop. I like just a solid 2.8 or 1.8 or 1.4 f-stop. But for a kit lens, this is unbelievable. That lens is an STM lens so that you can use it for running around shooting because it does have image stabilization built into it. The camera is 24.1 megapixels, so you have plenty of megapixels there. It is an APS-C sensor in it, and then it takes all of your RF glass, all right? So it is a really good system to start out with. Absolutely beautiful 4K video and whatnot, and it's $349. So if there's someone that is a loved one that loves photography, this is a great camera to start out with. Now, if you're looking more on the Sony side, because Canon is not your thing, right above me here, I have a Sony ZV-1. Now, they came out with a Sony ZV-E10, all right, after this one. This one has a fixed lens built into it, whereas the E10 has a interchangeable lens, an E-mount lens. And this thing is on sale for $100 off. So it is $698. So it's a little bit more expensive. It is a Sony. It does come with a kit lens, just like the Canon did. It is a 16 to 50. I love 50. All right, 50 is good. A quick 50 is a great focal length for doing like some headshots and getting in a little bit tighter. 16 is great for that wide angle. It is an f3.5 to f5.6. Once again, that meandering f-stop, not a fan of, but still it's a kit lens and I can give them a pass for it. Later on, if you want to buy a better lens, you can, but these lenses are good enough. All right, absolutely good enough. Once again, that's a Sony Alpha ZV-E10, $698 off $100 right now for Black Friday. Really cool. And lastly, you know, I've been talking to you about this for a minute and a half or so. I'm going to be doing a couple of projects with this. This is a Raspberry Pi. Raspberry Pi are just absolutely amazing. They're little computers, Matter of fact, I'll open this box. They're little computers that you can program, that you can use. Here's this one, all right? Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. And you have HDMI, you have USB 3.0, USB 2.0, you have an Ethernet, you have everything built into it. It's a computer. I use one of these to run my retro game box over there. I have a full arcade console. It's like 7 feet tall. And in the entire thing, the whole thing is hollow besides one of these. That is it. And it runs about 12,000 retro video games on that. I'm going to be doing a new, let's say, project, all right, with one of these that will allow us to bond multiple internets together. So if you want to work on that project with me or any other Raspberry Pi projects that I'm going to be working on into the new year, pick one of these up. Now, this one is a version 4. It is 8 gigabytes. 8 gigabytes is the minimum. Don't get the 4, get the 8. They currently have a Raspberry Pi 5 with 8 gigabytes built into it, and it's running $123. That's about 20 bucks or so, 20 some bucks, 25 bucks off. I think they're normally about 150. So yeah, just over 25 bucks off, which is not bad. It is very difficult to find Raspberry Pi. Sometimes they go on back order for months and months and months. Right now they're available. And what's really cool is this kit comes with everything that you need. Now, I always put my Raspberry Pi inside of like a cooler, a box that has active cooling, that has a fan in it. It also has little heat sinks that come with it. So those boxes are something you're going to pay for anyways, probably 20, 25 bucks. So this is going to come with it. Within that kit, it also comes with a USB-C power supply. So you'll be able to give this thing power and you don't have to buy a unit separate, a power supply separate. So it's giving you everything that you need built into one kit, all right, instead of buying this separately. So really good price. Once again, $123.99. I will put links to all of these products down below, all right, in the pinned comment as well as the description. So check them out. All of these sales will most likely be valid all the way through Cyber Monday. That's normally what Amazon does, what a lot of these companies do. It's not just for Black Friday. It kind of pushes on sometimes to Cyber Monday, sometimes throughout that week. It really depends on how sales are. So definitely go check it out, even if you're watching this video a few days later or a week later, because you're probably still going to get deals on these links. So once again, down below, you'll find those links. So those are just a few of the Amazon deals currently going on. There are thousands of others, but those are the ones that I picked that I thought were really quite good. And finally, I would be remiss not to tell you about my products, right? You can find all of my teas, Dark Moon teas that I've created, which are organic, handcrafted teas, herbal teas. You can find those on JCristina.com. JCristina.com. Also, my books. This book over here, How to Create a Digital Fort Knox, Backing Up Your Digital Life. Check that out also on JCristina.com. I have shirts, a lot of merchandise and cups and all kinds of things over there also. And finally, when it comes to the camera side of things, I have the PRT, which is a photo reference tool that you can use for getting your colors just right, and the Focus Pyramid, autofocus lens calibration tool that I invented, patented about 10 plus years ago. You can grab that for getting your lenses dialed in specifically to each camera, which works out great. And then finally, if you're looking to clean any of these sensors, doesn't matter if it's APS-C, if it's a Micro Four Thirds, or a full frame camera, I've come up with the ACC products, which is the Aurora Camera Care products. They allow you to clean that sensor so you don't get that gunk and goo and any type of lint and dust. So when you take a picture, you get all of these spots. Well, that will take them out for you. Once again, JCristina.com. Anyways, I hope you found some value in this video. If you did, throw a thumbs up. That'd be awesome. Don't forget to share the video with your friends, family, colleagues, Reddit, Facebook, or wherever. This sharing is caring for sure. Many blessings to you and your family. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay connected, and we'll see you in the next one. Love you all.